In terms of the collaboration among the different sessions in Africa, of course, in this case, I'm talking of the traditional rulers. How do you look at the collaboration? Actually, that is the point. Are the people actually collaborating enough to be able to effect the change that is needed, or is this difficult to sort of get the message across to the people?
Yes, a very good question. It is a bit difficult to get the message across. Hence, some of our fellow kings are still rooted in their archaic ways, and so at the same time, you see most kings not being that loose in terms of liberal. They just want to remain the way the forefather has placed them and become so dafty and I'm sorry to say, but they become so restricted that they don't want to mix up or spread out to other kingdoms, still looking other kingdoms as maybe an invaders. But anyway, the work of SWAF now neutralizes that. Amongst others, amongst all the kingdoms that are part of SWAF Federation, they understand the language when the Paramount speaks, which is me. When I rise up and say, no, this and that has to be done, they know that, yes, this is official and it has to be done. Hence, the Paramount has spoken. So I must say that, excuse me, out of 100, we have at least 70% at the moment who are respondent, who are committed into changing Africa and into accepting the changes that have come to us and also revive and resuscitate Africa, restore our dignity. A whole lot of them are itching for it for a very long time. But I see that the fears and some challenges that we have in most of our operations and communication becomes that aspect of invasion. Are they coming to invade us, or if we become part, what do we benefit from this and that? And I tell most of them that, listen, it's not about benefits. It's about working together to have a formidable effort. It is about pulling ourselves together to bring back Africa, because Africa has faced a whole lot of humiliation. And if we keep quiet and leave it to continue the way it is, it then means that our children will continue to face what we have faced. There will be no solution. And when I preach such, they give a listening ear and they join SWAF Federation. So at the moment, I could tell you that we have about 70% of African citizens, African kingdoms, royalties who are part of SWAF, and they are doing things even on their way in the sense that they organize meeting of SWAF Federation in their countries and then send me report at the end of the day. And when we have our general meeting, wow, our Zoom is always full. And at times we use the clubhouse. So this is what is actually going on with SWAF Federation. I am happy with the compliances. I am happy with the level at which we're doing at the moment. I think if we continue and if kingdoms continue like this, we will have a very good result.
Yeah, we're happy for that result. We're going to be really looking forward to that. All right. Now, as the head of SWAP, as the paramount chief, what reason did they give you as to why there might be some hindrances on their part, as to why they might not like to collaborate in full? Because we don't need the 10% collaboration. We need full collaboration if we are going to be able to get to where we want to go. Because it's like you are entering a machine, a car. One is driving into this end, another one is driving into that end. Even though it might not be 50-50, it is going to be difficult for that car to get to its destination. So, what justification do they give you as the reason why they might not want to collaborate?
As you know from the past, as kings, it is allowed. Most kings do not want to dabble into things for the first sight. They like to look at it, digest it, send spice, dilute, and then say, okay, I have looked at this and all that in African way. And that is what made most kingdoms to even have the seers around them to investigate if what is coming to them is really justified or is really what they should get into or not. So some of them have that reserve. Some of them have that reserve of saying, okay, we're still observing. We are observing to see how it goes. But then I tell them that early stitches saves money. Early stitches saves money means the earlier or the sooner that they join, the better we begin to do things together, because they do not expect anyone to take the first bullet for them, which is already what we are doing. We are doing that. The collaboration letters, I think we are doing so great. Why I say so great is that almost all the Western countries are part of SWAF. Western, I mean the Western Africa, they're all part of SWAF Federation. And the South is also South, the East is there, the Northern is there, but very few. So we are pulling strings to make sure that we don't have anyone out of this. And another problem we have is that there have been a lot of destabilization of the kingdoms. Most countries have no kingdom. I must tell you right now. Example, Burundi has no kingship, Mauritius has no kingship, and several, to mention but a few, several of them in coordination. Even Kenya here have no kingship. It's been destabilized. All they have is Heritage Council and all that, and cultural stands that could see their cultural activities. And this was the dangers, the havocs that was inflicted on the African citizens in the past in terms of destabilizing us. These were all their gimmicks. This was all they crafted out in order to destroy our culture. I will say that we are pushing so strong, I must tell you, to see that all Africans collaborate, mostly their kingdoms, all collaborate. But it's not been an easy thing, being that we are not, at the moment, sponsored by anybody. We are not sponsored by anybody. The government is aware of our existence. We have written several letters to AU, and they're very much in support of us, but not in terms of finances. The Pan-African are very much aware of us. I took a trip to Roger while he was the president of Pan-Africa. And I have been in communication with Angelina Martins and all that of AU. So we keep pushing other collaborations to see how we can empower our organization financially, because it is said that if money is not backed up with action, then you have nothing. You cannot achieve as fast as you wish to do. But if money is there, it becomes ABC, very easy to achieve. So that's what we're facing at the moment. But collaborations are positive, and they're very much anticipated. They're coming faster.
All right. That is good. That is, in fact, already good enough now, in that there are some collaboration. You need to be there, because otherwise it's going to be more challenging. Can you be more specific on the countries or regions where you have African kingdoms that are more collaborative to SWAF agenda? If you can maybe name some of them, yeah.
All right, we have Gambia, we have Benin, we have Nigeria, we have Ghana, Cameroon, we have Congo DRC, Central Africa, and we have Sierra Leone, we have Liberia, as many as them, South Africa, Zimbabwe, we have Namibia, we have also Mozambique and Botswana. We have all these people working with us.
Thank you so much for that.